Royal Majesty Engineer Mike Ogheneovo Orugbo the journey to the throne. He stepped into the palace hall on Saturday, 7th June 2025 as an ordinary man. The palace, a cluster of edifices, though uncompleted, occupy an expansive parcel of land at Utodu, political and traditional headquarters of the Udu people in Udu local government area of Delta State. A huge crowd had gathered to witness the transformation and coronation of their new king. They were expectant, but a veil shielded the rostrum from the rest of the congregation. The kingmakers were inside, performing their traditional roles of crowning the king. By the time the curtain falls, His Royal Majesty Engineer Mike Ogheneovo Orugbo, JP KP Okporua I, the Ovie of Udu Kingdom, has been duly decorated, crowned and seated on the beautifully designated throne. The crown was sitting majestically on his head, a crown of enigma. It was a spectacle of excessive dignity, the epiphany of royalty, and the mystery of a man destined for the throne. "Behold your king," was the message, and the crowd erupted into a frenzy of unmistakable joy and celebration. He was an awesome sight to behold. His flowing regalia enunciated the splendor of His Majesty, sporting a royal smile, amplified by the dignity of his carriage. He radiated the aura of one truly made for royalty. The grandeur of his amazing glory in those regalia was breathtaking. The chiefs and nobles rose in total reverence for their king, and the crowd followed in echoing the eternal royal greetings. History was made with a bang. The ovation was loud and clear. Udu successfully crowned their second king on June 7, 2025, without a single gunshot fired at the opponents in the battle of succession to the throne. Shakespeare once observed that some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. The ascension of the bespectacled technocrat, His Royal Majesty Engineer Mike Orugbo, to the throne is an exceptional case of a man destined for greatness. He did not fight to be king.
My people, I appreciate them, I'm grateful to them, that they saw something in me, and they came to ask me to be their king.
His case was that of a man whose head was destined for the crown. His kernel was indeed cracked by the benevolent spirit. Men fell over heels in mounting pressures on him to take over the mantle of leadership. They strongly believed he possessed the charm and charisma to light up Udu in an unprecedented, amazing glow. People appealed to him to rise to the occasion, to remake and rebrand Udu in the sparkles of modernism and class. Chief Ede Onosore blazed the trail by rallying people of like mind to prevail on him to accept the crown. He rebuffed all entreaties. His friends, some royalties, were enlisted to make him see reasons why he was raised for a time like this to unite Udu. According to Onosore, traditional leaders are not just the bastions of a jaded and obsolete institution. They are naturalistic and original. They exist not as romanticized symbols of a nostalgic past, but as dynamic models of timeless grandeur. Engineer Mike Orugbo fits the bill, and we must do everything to convince him to accept the crown. Other notable Udu sons from the Okporua ruling house who were interested in the crown deferred to Engineer Mike Orugbo the moment his name was projected for the position. Thus, on Thursday, May 8, 2025, the Chief Ede Onosore team, comprising Engineer Alex Neyin, with full support of the council boss, Olorugun Vincent, Ogheneovo Oyibode, rallied presidents of the 5 Okporua communities to convene a meeting at the Ogbe Udu country home of Engineer Mike Orugbo, where a full delegation of community presidents, elders, women, youths, and critical stakeholders from all over Okporua placed a public call on him to accept the offer for him to be king. It was a well-calculated ambush. Eventually, he accepted the offer, and the journey to the throne began. He, however, insisted that due process must be followed, and that he was not willing to jump the gun and be king through any foul means. As soon as the news hit the airwaves that Engineer Mike Orugbo had accepted to be king, the temple changed, and a flurry of activities and solidarity visits followed. On May 13, all Udu chiefs of Okporua extraction, led by Chief Luke Jeba, and Udu youth from all over the kingdom, led by Comrade Igo Onobraikmeya, paid him solidarity visits, pledging total allegiance to his candidature. On Saturday, May 17, the presidents of all 32 Udu communities, led by Engineer John Ovie, visited to pledge their loyalties. This followed by the forum of all Udu chiefs, who came in their number to pledge loyalty on May 19. Meanwhile, in exercise of his powers as the Otota and regent of Udu Kingdom, Chief Sam Odibo had forwarded a letter to the Okporua ruling house, requesting them to send their nominees to the throne of the Ovie of Udu Kingdom of his office for consideration by the Council of Chief and Kingmakers. The letter was dated May 7, and Okporua had 30 days to respond by sending their nominee from the date of receipt to the office of Otota. The letter stipulated a series of meetings by communities in the Okporua ruling house until elections were eventually scheduled for June 6, 2027. The election was held at the Ogheneovo town hall and was witnessed by prominent chiefs from the other 6 ruling houses in Udu, including Chief Steve Soko from Onya ruling house, Chief Austin Emaduku from Uloho, Chief Lucky Mugele from Orode, Chief Austin Lafwa from Oboru, and Chief Gowon Ogheneovo from Adaja, while Justice GKB Bemre, retired, served as principal observer during the election. The election was held and Engineer Mike Orugbo was duly declared the winner by unanimous vote. The results was immediately communicated to Chief Sam Odibo, and without much ado, he fixed the following day, Saturday, June 7th, 2025, for the coronation of the new king, subject to the approval of the kingmakers. A meeting of the kingmakers was held at the private residence of the Otota regent, Chief Sam Odibo, at 10 a.m. the following morning. Following the affirmation of Engineer Mike Orugbo's candidature as Ovie designate, the kingmakers moved en masse to Otodu for coronation proper. Since then, it has been a fun fair of dance and flurry of payment of homage. The Udu Council of Chiefs kick-started the payment of homage, followed by the body of chiefs, the 7 ruling houses of Udu, groups and individuals bearing goods, gifts and messages of felicitations to His Royal Majesty. With state government approval of his coronation by the Udu kingmakers, the stage is now set for the presentation of the staff of office by His Excellency Right Honorable Elder Sheriff O. Oborowori to His Royal Majesty, Engineer Mike Ogheneovo Orugbo, JP, on Friday 7th November 2025 at the Royal Palace Grounds, Otodu. The Udu people appreciate His Excellency, the Governor of Delta State, for the honor. Long live Udu Kingdom. Long live Udu Local Government. Long live Delta State. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Oh,